right now.
Yes, sir.
We understood how dispersion is taking place here, right?
Yes, sir.
So can you explain the phenomena of formation of a rainbow? Why the help
Formation
of
of
this formation of a rainbow? Why the help of this diagram here?
so
Hmm.
so when the white light passes through the water droplet,
Mhm.
a refraction occurs. A refraction is the bending or change in direction of light it passes when it passes through a transparent medium. So
Denser
refraction
medium
happens.
or
Yes,
denser
sir.
medium. Okay, huh.
Yes. Through a denser medium, refraction happens, and the white light splits into its seven component colors, which are violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, and red.
Correct, correct. Okay. Here you you can get to see reflection is happening how many times in this one?
So two times.
Two times now. Once the light is entering and the second time when it is exiting the raindrop.
Yes, sir.
Okay, no. Mhm. Okay. What were the characteristics of the image formed by a plane mirror?
The image is virtual and erect. The
Mm-hmm.
distance between the object and the mirror is the same as the image and the mirror,
Okay.
and the shape and the size of the object is the same as the image,
Mhm.
and
There's one more thing. Few more things are there. Laterally inverted.
yes,
The
sir.
image in the pyramid is laterally inverted.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hmm. Or is it virtual or is it real?
So it is virtual and erect.
Virtual and erect. Okay. Also behind the mirror.
Yes, sir.
It is formed behind the mirror. Okay. No?
Yes.
Okay. Also, I did told you that reflected light can be reflected again. That is the concept of multiple reflection.
But yes,
Right now.
sir.
Hmm. So thereby I did told you if the rays of a light coming 1 minute. There was this case of multiple reflection also. So where if the rays of a light reflected by a plane mirror are incident on another mirror, then the
Yes, sir.
reflected rays are reflected once again,
Yes, sir.
right? So in this case, we understood that the reflected rays for the first plane became the incident rays for the second plane mirror here. The reflected ray for the first mirror now became
Yes, sir.
incident ray for the second plane mirror. Getting it what I'm trying to say?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now. Okay. So can you give two examples of such devices where you get to see multiple reflections are happening?
So periscope and kaleidoscope.
And kaleidoscopes. Correct, correct. Okay, no. Hmm. Also in a barber shop, you get to see that how many images are formed.
So one image, but when we keep a mirror behind the person's head,
Hmm.
we can see that the two times reflection is happening.
Hmm. How many images are formed
Three.
in a barber shop when the two mirrors are parallel to each other?
Then it will be
Infinite number of images are formed.
yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay, now. Also, do tell me, 1/0 is what?
Um one. Sorry, zero, sir, zero.
1/0 is 0. Can you divide something with 0?
No, sir.
No, so it is infinite now.
Yes,
Undefined
sir.
infinite hoga. So similarly, the formula required to find the number of images formed between two plate mirror is 360 upon the
Theta
given angle.
minus one.
Hmm.
Yes, sir.
And here the given angle is 0.
Yes, sir.
So something upon 0 means infinite now.
Yes, sir. Undefined.
Getting it now? Undefined. Okay, now. So that is the thing here. Okay. So if also to tell me, let's do a quick exercise. For example, if I were to say that the angle between two mirror is 180 degree. So how many images will be formed? The angle
So
between two plane mirror is 180.
one image.
One image. Very good. If it is reduced to 120, then
Then it will be three.
no.
So
Then it will
120.
be, it's 120.
So it should be three, right?
If the angle between the two plane mirror is 120 degree, no. So thereby you will be getting 3.
Yes, sir.
And for this one we studied, if you are getting an odd value, then you have to subtract. Haha. Then it should be 2. 3 minus 1, that is 2.
So
You
it
were
should be
answering 2 or were you answering 3?
three, sir.
3.
So it's
This
already
one.
an odd number.
Okay, okay, yeah, yeah. It's already on. I didn't get saw that. Okay, what about 90?
A 90, three,
That is 3. 60?
five,
5. 45?
um,
8 minus 1, that is 7.
yes, sir. Yeah.
45 times 8 is 360. Okay, no?
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
7.
That is the case. Also, we had an example of this one also. Hope you understood this question.
Yes, sir.
All
We
right,
have.
now, so that was the case of a multiple reflection happening.
Yes, sir.
Dispersion of light we have understood, and I did told you one more thing. If you were to in place an inverted prism side by to it, like this, there is this prism and there is another prism. So thereby you will
Yes.
be getting a white light. Okay, now.
Yes, sir.
So
As
what will
the
happen?
white light
Hmm.
is first refracted and then it is again put into white light.
Hmm. So basically, what will happen now? First of all, the white light was passing via this prism. It got dispersed. It got refracted into different rays, component colors. And
Yes, sir.
again, when it enters into this one, na, it will again be refracted. Again, go through refraction, but exit as white light.
Yes, sir.
All right, now. So that was the thing about it. Okay, let's to talk about the application of multiple reflection. We have an example of a periscope. Yes,
Yes, sir.
Moz, Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam, sir.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm fine, sir.
Okay, Moz, when your exam is going to start, by the way?
Sir, 21.
21 this month.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Have you revised the chapters so far? Have
Yes,
you
sir.
revised the chapters? You have
Yes.
got reaching age of adolescence, friction, chemical
Mm.
effect of electric current, some
Yes.
natural phenomena, and light. These are the chapters, huh?
Yes.
Okay. So periscope is working on the principle of
Multiple reflections.
multiple reflections. Most you were present in the previous class, right now? So there
Yes,
we
sir.
had already studied about the concept of multiple reflection. So just for revision, quickly do tell me what is the formula required to find the number of images formed between two plane mirrors which are inclined to each other. Hmm. What is the formula required? Yes.
So should I say?
Yes, sir.
So it is 360 degree 360 degree upon theta, and if we
Hmm.
get an even number, we have to minus one.
Subtract one from it. Correct. So, Moaz, you will be having numerical problems for this in your exam. How will you be solving them then? Huh? This is the formula required. Two mirrors are placed like this. They are placed at an angle of 90 degree to each other. Theta here is nothing but the angle between the two plane mirrors. So this is 360 upon 90, that is giving you 4. And the rule says that if you get a even number, you subtract 1 from it. So thereby 3 images will be formed. So we did an exercise on this also. Okay, now?
Sir.
Now, talking about periscopes. Periscope, here in the image you can see it's a long tubular device through which a person can see objects that are out of the direct line of sight.
Yes,
I
sir.
mean to say, For example, let's say that there is a wall here. Let's draw it this side. Let's say that there is a one minute. So this is a wall on this side, and let's say there's a person is standing this side, and he is trying to look at this tree. Okay, no?
Yes, sir.
And the person is looking from this side. Will the person be able to look without the help of a periscope here?
No, sir.
Right now, see, this person is here. Yeah, Ahmed is here. So guys, let's understand how this is going to work. Okay, no? Let's understand how this person will be able to look at the tree here. Yes, Ahmed, Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam, sir.
Right now, we are understanding about some of the application of multiple reflections. We have a periscope here. Okay, now. So now, let's try to understand the working of this. Suppose there is a tree behind a high wall, which we cannot see directly, right now. But however, we can see this tree via the help of a periscopes. This long tubular structure, that is a periscope, and this can be done in this manner. What you can do, okay, you will be turning the upper hole of the periscope towards the object, that is the tree which you want to see.
Yes, sir.
All right, and the another hole you will be looking at this hole right now. Now
Yes,
the
sir.
light rays from the tree will be coming into this.
Yes, sir.
Light rays from the tree will be coming into this hole. Getting it now? So the top mirror, also there are two mirrors into it, which are inclined at an angle of 45 degree के angle पे ये inclined होता है.
Yes, sir.
All right, now let me draw this one. The angle at which they are inclined, that is 45 degree. These two angles are also 45 degree each. So the light rays will be coming from the tree, and it will be first of all falling on the this mirror, and then it will be getting reflected from it now. So then
Yes, sir.
it goes on to fall on the second mirror. Again, it is reflected back, and then the reflected light rays reaches your eyes, and hence you are able to look at the tree.
Yes, sir.
Getting it now? You can call the mirrors as mirror M1 and mirror M2 for convenience. So let me just tell you what is happening here. So when you look into the periscope from the bottom hole in front of this lower mirror M2, right?
Yes, sir.
What you will be seeing, you will be able to see the image of the tree. Why? Because the light rays from the trees are falling on the mirror M1, and then it
Yes, sir.
again gets reflected and falls onto mirror M2, and then again gets reflected. So how many
Yes,
times
sir.
reflection is happening here?
2 times.
Two times now. Getting
Yes,
it,
sir.
Moaz, Ahmed, Arham?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, no. Now, can you guys think of some of the uses of periscope?
Sir, it is used in submarine.
Exactly. From the diagram itself, we can see it is being used in the submarines, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what else?
So,
Think of some other field in which it can be used. For example, suppose you go to watch a football match, and there is a
yes,
crowd right now, and you are not able to, suppose your height is not that much, let's say.
yes, sir.
So you won't be able to look at from the crowd, you won't be able to look at the football match, but using
Yes,
this
sir.
periscope you can look at it right now.
Yes,
Suppose कि let's say कि these are the taller persons standing in front of you. So आप football match आगे हो रहा है, you are not able to see it, but with the help of this you can see. Getting it, Ahmed? Okay. So for that purpose, to watch overhead in a crowd, let's say example is a football match. Now in wars now, when there is a war, जब जंग होती है, so people
yeah, I was also
many
going to say
times,
that.
yes,
I was also going to say that.
Huh. Right now, so soldiers would be sitting in the bunker or either in the trench. Right now, so they will simply take out the periscope and look at the activity of the enemies. Right. So thereby they will be safe. Getting it now? So
Yes, sir.
used by soldiers, soldiers who are sitting in a bunker or trench to look at activity of enemy. Are there any other uses? Can there be any other uses? I suppose this much is enough. Okay, now,
Yes, sir.
right? Hmm. So that is the thing here. Formulas. I hope both of all of you have all of you know the formula.
Yes, sir.
Okay, no. Now the second device you have is a kaleidoscope. Okay, no. Children's. You might have seen childrens will be playing with this kaleidoscope. So
Yes, sir.
that is an instrument or a toy that consists of plane mirrors which are inclined to each other. Like in
Yes,
this
sir.
one, you can see. So that is giving you an overview of how the plane mirrors are inclined to each other at an angle of 60 degree, right?
Yes, sir.
So there are narrow plane mirrors which are inclined to each other at an angle of 60 degree.
Yes, sir.
So if all the angles are 60 degree, what do we call such a figure? What do we call such a triangle? If all the angles in a triangular figure is 60 degree, 60, 60 and 60. Yes, Moss, do you remember this? Equilateral triangle, no?
Sir,
Yeah.
that is 120, right?
No, equilateral triangle means all the angles of a given triangle are equal.
Oh,
So
yes,
how
sir. Yeah.
come it will be 360 if every angle were to be 120? Okay, no?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Uh-huh. So basically, what is happening here, no? Okay, you will be having a structure like this. This is the eyepiece, and this is the end cap,
Yes, sir.
right? So also the outer structure is actually cylindrical, but inside the plane mirrors are inclined to each other in such a manner that it looks like a triangular.
Yes, sir.
So it is a device that is working on the phenomena of multiple reflection with the help of multiple mirrors. It has a cylindrical structure with three plane mirrors, as you can see how they are arranged. Several pieces of beads, broken glasses, colorful bangles, pebbles, etc. Are basically is taken inside this end cap.
Yes, sir.
So this end cap which you are looking at, so this is the eyepiece, and on the another end, this is the end cap on which colorful pieces of beads, broken glasses, or colorful bangles are sticking. So once an observer looks inside this, he will be having a beautiful pattern like this. Right now, you can see
Yes, sir.
here the different patterns are developing here, and also the another end of this can be changed in order to view different patterns. As you
Yes,
can
sir.
see in this image, different patterns are there, so that can be changed. So hope the simple thing is clear to everyone.
Yes, sir.
Moss, you got it. Ahmed, Arham,
Yes,
nothing
sir.
too technical
Yes,
about it.
sir.
Then we have the human eye. Okay, no? So human eye is the one of the sensory organ which is enabling you to the see various objects around you. They are some main parts of the eyes, as you can see in the image, are as follows:
Yes, sir.
cornea, you have iris, okay, no?
Pupil.
Then you have pupil, cornea is there, iris is there, then there's pupil is there, ciliary muscles are there,
Yes, sir.
lens of the eye is there. Getting it now?
Crystalline lenses.
Yes,
Crystalline lenses.
crystalline is there right now.
Yes,
Retina
sir.
is there. You can see the optic nerve is also there. This is the retina
Sclerotica.
also. Hmm. That is not that much important, but the main parts are as follows. Let me just highlight okay, which we are going to be discussing.
Yes, sir.
So cornea, pupil, iris, ciliary muscles, eye lens, retina, optic nerve. And there is this another important thing called as
Vitreous and
blind
aqueous
spot.
humor.
Which one?
So vitreous and aqueous humor.
Vitreous and aqueous humor. Okay, no? So these are the different things which we are going to study, right? Okay. So far, whatever things we have discussed in the class, do you guys have any questions in that?
No, sir.
Everything clear?
Yes, sir.
Moz, do you have any questions? Yes,
No,
Moz?
sir. No, sir.
Oh, okay. Aram, do you have any questions so far?
No, sir.
Okay, so starting from Ahmed. Ahmed, state the first law of reflection.
Uh,
Hmm. The first law of reflection. Meanwhile, you two guys recall the second law of reflection. This is a very common question and it is every time asked in the exam. So make sure you remember this.
Sir, the
Hmm.
second law is that all incident ray, reflected
Hmm.
ray, normal, all lie at the point of incidence, which is on the same plane.
Hmm. Correct. The first law is, yeah, Ahmed and Moaz, you guys tell me. Hello.
So you're audible.
It's a simple question, guys. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Ahmed, please do reply whether I'm audible in the class to you. So what is the answer to this question? Mm-hmm.
uh, the incident ray,
Hmm.
like I,
The it's not about ray, it's about angle. Do you recall now? Meanwhile, Arham, you tell me if the angle of incidence is 75, what the angle of reflection will be?
So also 75.
Also 75. Okay, no? Moz, you define to me what do you mean by angle of incidence? Can you draw it on a paper? Angle of incidence.
okay, sir. I will draw.
Hmm. Yeah, Ahmed, what is the first law of reflection?
Sir, I can't think for it.
Basically, it's as Arham moments ago said that reflection will also be same. That is 75-degree. Angle of reflection is also same. So thereby, the first law of reflection is angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. Getting it now? Ha. So this is a simple question and exam me questions. Obviously, this will be there in the exam. Okay, na? So you will
Yes,
be
sir.
missing off if you don't remember that. Okay, Ahmed. I hope you will remember that. Okay, now. Hmm.
Sir, I have
Okay.
to draw only angle of incident or both angle of reflection
You
also.
can show both. You can show both. No need to use ruler or ruler. Just draw a simple diagram. Okay. Na?
Okay,
Okay.
sir.
Now, Ahmed and Arham, you guys look at this question. Question says that there's a man who is standing 10 meter in front of a plane mirror.
Yes, sir.
He's standing 10 meter in front of the plane mirror. So how far must he walk before he is 5 meter away from his image? I mean to say, how far he must walk. You see, कितनी आगे जाना चाहिए so that now he is only 5 meter away from his image. Let me write this. Answer in the chat box. How far he must walk towards mirror so that he is only 5 meter away from his image. Okay, no?
Yes, sir.
Hmm. So solve this question and do answer to me what value you are getting.
Sir, the object should be 5 meters away from the image.
The person should be 5 meters away from his image. So how far he must walk? The answer can be in decimal also. I have given you a hint. Okay now.
Yes, sir.
Mhm.
Sir, I don't get the question.
See, simple question is that there is a plane mirror. Okay, no?
Yes,
There
sir.
is this plane mirror. This is the person is standing in front of the plane mirror. The distance between the plane mirror and the person is 10 meter. So
Yes, sir.
here is the image of the person lying right now.
Yes.
Okay, just let me write. This is the image. So how much he must walk towards the mirror, so that the distance between this person and his image is now only 5 meter.
Oh, okay, sir. Yeah.
Getting now?
Yes,
Ahmed,
sir.
you also got the question, no? Was
Sir, I
done?
finished. Yes, sir.
Finished?
Sir,
Okay, send it in
I
the group.
Okay,
Huh.
sir.
Yeah.
sir,
Arham.
I'm sending the answer.
Okay, okay. If you look carefully, it's not a complicated question. It's a simple question.
Sir, I've sent my answer.
Send. Okay, just let me check that. No, Arham. No, that isn't correct. That isn't correct. See, the question says, no. First of all, what was the nature of the image formed in a plane mirror? What nature we have studied regarding the distance? We have studied,
So the
if you
distance
recall,
between the image is same as its object.
the distance of the image from the plane mirror and that of the um, uh, object and that of the image from the plane mirror is same. So look at
Sir,
this
it's correct.
small d. Yeah,
Sir, the distance from of the man from the mirror is 2.5 meters, and means the image is also 2.5 meters away. So 2.5 plus 2.5 is 5.
that is correct. See, you're not getting the whole question. The question is how much he must walk towards the mirror,
Oh,
so that
okay.
now the distance between them is now only 5 meters. Was you sent it? Just let me check the check it.
Yes, sir.
Mhm. Ahmed, you got it now?
Yes, I'm getting.
See, the problem in this image now was
Sir, I've sent again my answer.
okay.
Yes, sir.
Was look the problem in the diagram which you have drawn here now. If you were
Hmm.
to see, you have drawn it like this. आपने shading की हाँ, that is correct. That is the backward portion. Reflected ray is shown by this arrow. That is correct. But you have shown the instant with this arrow again. So there's the problem. This is falling on the plane mirror, no?
Oh, yes, sir.
This is falling on the plane mirror. So this is the arrow of this is the arrow. Getting it now?
Yes, sir.
Rest is correct. Also make sure you denote it by the symbol I and R also. Hope it is
Okay,
clear
sir.
to everyone.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and then the question moments ago which I gave to Ahmed and
Sir, I've
Arham
sent
was
the
as follows. That is correct now. That is correct. So the question was that was you also pay attention here that there's a person is standing 10 meter from this plane mirror. So how far he must walk towards the mirror so that now the distance between the person and the image is only 5 meter. So हमें पता है कि image the distance of the image from the plane mirror will also be 10 because
Yes,
the
sir.
rule है. That is the law. So in order to reduce the distance to only 5 meter, ये distance 5 meter होना चाहिए दोनों के बीच में. So
Yes,
this
sir.
is 2.5 and this is 2.5. So he needs to walk 7.5 meters towards the mirror so that now the distance between them is reduced to 5 meter only. Hope it is clear to everyone. All right now. Okay,
Yes,
so now we can discuss about the light. Okay, so just 1 minute. So what did we studied when we were doing this chapter? Anyone who recalls when we were studying about the functioning of the human eye?
so when the light enters the eye through the cornea, it goes through the pupil and enters the crystalline lens. The
Mm-hmm.
crystalline lens converges the light onto the retina.
Okay,
And in the retina, there are millions of rods and cone cells.
concepts.
And then, so these this light goes through the optic nerve to the brain. Through the optic nerve, the light is converted into nerve impulses,
Nerve
and the
impulses, very good.
brain interprets it as an erect image.
As an erect image, very good, very good, Aram. Okay, na? So first of all, let's understand the construction of the human eye. So our human eye is shaped like a ball, not a very accurate spherical ball, but you can assume it as a ball, while the with the front portion bulging a little bit outside.
Yes, sir.
And also the outer coat of the eye, we know that it is white in color, as you can look
Yes,
at the front portion of your eye as well. So outer color of the eye is white in color and it is tough. Right now, the outer
yes,
coat of the eye is tough as compared to the back portion of the eye, so that it can protect. Why it is tough? So that it can protect the interior of the eye is protected from the damage. Suppose if unfortunately someone, let's say some person meets an accident, meets, so the damage done during an accident will be reduced. Why? Because the front portion of the eye is tough,
yes, sir.
not tough like bone, but it is comparatively tough, right?
Yes, sir.
So then you can look here at this structure called cornea, right now. So cornea is the very first portion of the eye that you see. It is the outermost portion of the eye, and it is made up of a transparent substance, right now.
Yes, sir.
So look at this bulging surface. Bulging means that seems to protrude outside, जो बाहर की तरफ निकलता हुआ हमें मालूम हो. So
Yes, sir.
cornea is the bulging surface here, right now, and it is made up of a transparent substance. So light that is entering to the eye, first it will enter into this cornea, right now.
Yes, sir.
So talking about the what are the functions of the cornea? The cornea, first of all, it allows the light to enter into the eye. Second is that it is protecting the eye also, right?
Yes, sir.
It is protecting the eye also since it is made up of a hard substance. Second thing, another thing about it is that it also helps in focusing some of the light by converging it. You know that light converges.
Yes,
You all have used magnifying glasses, right? No?
yes, sir.
When we use a magnifying glass, what does it do? You place a paper beneath it. When you take out a magnifying glass in sunlight, sun rays falling on it are focused onto a point,
Yes, sir.
meaning it is converged onto a point. Converge means join join in onto a point,
Yes, sir.
meet the light rays. This spot is nothing but the image of the sun. You all know very well.
Yes, sir.
There's a spot on the paper that is image of the sun, and thereby it starts to burn. So simply I wanted to explain that cornea actually helps to somewhat a little bit, it converges the light rays also. Getting it now?
Yes, sir.
So that is the cornea. Okay, now so it is helping to converge also, right? And just behind the cornea you have iris, as you can see here.
Yes, sir.
This is iris. Okay, now Moaz, Ahmed, Arham,
Yes, sir.
And also iris is the colored part of the eye. It is the
Yes, sir.
colored part of the eye. And in between the iris there is this opening that is called as pupil.
Yes, sir.
So people look at the gap between the iris, this gap that you see. So this is the gap via which the light actually enters into your eye. Also, if you were to look at your own eye, you will see that there's a dark spot in the center of
Yes,
iris.
sir.
Right now, we
So the
observe there's a
iris,
dark spot. Hmm. Yeah, Ram.
so the iris regulates, stimulates the pupil to contract and
Mhm.
relax.
Exactly. So thereby now it can control the amount of light that can enter.
Yes, sir.
So let's understand this thing also. So for example, if you are in a dim room, suppose there is no light. So what will happen now? The muscles of the iris will contract, thereby allowing more space here, thereby widening the pupil so that more light can enter into the eye and you are able to see things around.
Yes, sir.
If there is too bright light, you can yourself do this also. Like if you were to bring a flashlight near your eye and look at the size of the pupil in the mirror, you will see it will reduce,
Yes,
right
sir.
now. Because what happens, iris relaxes and thereby the size of the pupil will be decreasing. Getting it, Moaz, Ahmed, Arham, what we are discussing here?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Getting it now? Okay. So pupil is basically a dark spot that appears in the middle of the eye.
Yes, sir.
And iris is the colorful part that you see. Some people will be having a green iris, some people have black, some have brown, like this.
Yes,
Getting
sir.
it now?
It's a depends on the pigmentation.
Exactly. It depends upon the pigmentation. And it's a genetic thing also. And with age, in certain cases, it has been seen that it can somewhat become more darker in color also, right? Or the
Yes,
color
sir.
might a little bit change. Basically the shade of the color might change. It's not like green will turn to pink or yellow like that. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So which one is controlling the amount of light that can enter the eye?
Iris.
Everyone getting it now? So that is the function of the iris, right? Also, why the iris a person is having a unique color of the eye, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So then after this iris, now behind the iris you have the lens,
Yes, sir.
right? This is the eye lens. And is it a concave or convex lens? It's a
Convex.
convex lens, right now. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And how is it different from the other type of convex lens which you have? Like it is flexible, right now.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Hmm.
It's a double convex flexible lens.
Correct. So convex from both the sides, from this side and from this side also it is convex like this.
Yes, sir.
So this is flexible in nature, right now. So thereby the flexibility of it now gives the eye to adjust its focusing power.
Yes, sir.
Since it is focused now, suppose understand this one thing. See, this is the eye lens, this is wide, and this can 1 minute. This can become thinner like this also,
Yes, sir.
and more elongated like this. Getting it now? Look at the change in the width of the two. It's the
Yes,
same
sir.
eye lens, but it can contract and it can relax also. So the contraction and the relaxation of the eye lens actually can increase or decrease the focusing power of the eye. Getting it now? What I'm trying to say?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Also, you need to know one more thing, that this is not a mirror but a lens.
Yes, sir.
You guys understand the difference between a mirror or lens or not?
Yes, sir.
Hmm? So in the case of a curved mirror, what happens? You say a curved mirror is like this simply.
So mirrors reflect light and lens allow light to enter.
Allowed to enter and refraction is happening there.
Yes, sir. It
Getting
converges
it
or
now?
diverges.
Exactly. It will either converge or it will either diverge the light rays. So for example, here you have a convex mirror hai ye.
Yes, sir.
Okay, no? So this is the reflecting surface of it. This is the reflecting surface from where reflection is happening. Right now, the
Yes, sir.
surface reflection hoga. What if you were to bring another convex mirror and place it to the another side? Right now.
Yes, sir.
So if both the surface front and the back portion of the given glass looks like a convex mirror, that is actually a convex lens hai ye.
Yes, sir.
Getting it, Moaz Arham Ahmed?
Yes, sir.
It's a convex lens. So our eye looks somewhat similar to this. Another interesting thing you need to know about convex mirror, a convex lens is that it converges the light rays.
Yes,
Getting
sir.
it? It converges the light rays. Thereby, what happens is the light rays are passing through this now, and thereby it will be meeting at a point. And the
Yes, sir.
point
Meeting at
where they
retina.
will be meeting, exactly, that is the back portion of the eye, which is the retina, as you can see in this image. So at the retina, the light is formed. So
Yes,
what
sir.
is happening here? The light rays are entering via the pupil now,
Yes, sir.
right? It is entering via the pupil, and then it will be converging onto the retina where the image formation happens. But it's not like the image formation as we have in the case of a plane mirror. It is different from that.
Yes, sir.
Getting it up? Because plane mirror is a dead object. It
Yes.
follows a different rule, and this is the human eye. So here an inverted image is first formed. एक inverted image form होता है, यानी कि upside down.
Yes,
And
sir.
in the form of signals, it is sent to the brain via the optic nerves.
Hmm.
And the brain will be interpreting it as an upright image.
Yes, sir.
Right now. So the eye lens is a flexible convex lens and whose thickness and focal length can be changed by the action of a very important part that is called a ciliary muscle. So
Yes, sir.
what the ciliary muscles do? Ciliary muscles will will pull the eye lens,
Yes, sir.
or if it relaxes, it will thicken the eye lens. Getting it now, guys?
Yeah.
So another important part of the eye is the ciliary muscle, right? So the size of the eye lens can be changed by the action of the ciliary muscles. ये से contract करता है, it pulls it, so thereby it becomes thin and elongated like this.
Yes, sir.
If the ciliary muscles are relaxed, it becomes thin and shorter like this. Hope you guys are
Yes, sir.
able to understand this, right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, one more important terminology you should by now you should know this, that this is the convex lens. These are the light rays falling onto it, and
Yes, sir.
here they are converging. The point at which they converge, that is called as focus. Okay, na?
Yes, sir.
And this is called as the pole. The center of the lens is, that is the pole here. Now the
Hmm.
distance between the focus and that of the pole, it is called as focal length. Is that clear to everyone
Yes, sir.
right now? So thereby basically we are talking about the focal length also here now, right?
Yes, sir.
Basically change in the size and shape of the lens will result in the change in focal length of the mirror of
Yes,
the
sir.
eye lens. Ahmed, you got it now? Arham was
Yes, sir.
right
Yes,
now.
sir.
Hmm. And retina is nothing but acting as a screen on which the image is formed in the eye, and it is just behind the lens, eye lens.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now all right now. But retina is different from the screen, from a wall or from another type of screen, right now,
Yes, sir.
because it is connected with so many nerve cells, right?
Yes, sir.
So they are alive cells in it. So retina is attached to the optic nerves here, and optic nerve carries the image that is formed on the retina in the form of signals to the in the form of electrical signals. So electrical signals के फॉर्म में ये इस मैसेज को ब्रेन तक ये कैरी करता है.
Yes, sir.
So that is the thing. And you can see this space is there, no, between lens and the retina. Agar ye empty hoga, if someone meets with an accident, it will collapse,
Yes,
right?
sir.
No. So thereby to protect it, there is a fluid that is filled inside this. So the space between the eye lens and the retina is filled with a viscous fluid that is called as vitreous humor.
Yes, sir.
Getting it or not?
Yes, sir.
Sorry, this is aqueous humor, not vitreous
Aqueous
humor.
humor.
This is aqueous humor. Getting it now?
Yes, sir.
And then there is an space between the lens and the cornea also. So that is filled
Yes.
with another viscous liquid which is called as vitreous humor.
So
So
it is the
right now,
opposite, right? That is
no,
vitreous.
this one is aqueous humor. This one is vitreous humor.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now.
Yeah.
So that is the thing about it. The space between the cornea and the eye lens is filled with aqueous humor. Did I say the opposite?
So you said the opposite, I guess.
Oh, okay. Huh. So the space between the cornea and the lens is filled with aqueous humor. They may also
Aqueous.
called as aqueous chamber or anterior chamber भी कहते हैं कभी इसे हम, right?
Yes, sir.
And the space between the lens and the retina that is filled with vitreous humor.
Yes, sir.
Getting it now?
Yeah.
So, but aqueous humor and vitreous humor is not of that much concern. We will study that in the higher classes,
Yes, sir.
right? Then I have got eyelids also. No,
Mm-hmm.
eyelids are there. That is to prevent an unwanted object from entering the eyes,
Yes, sir.
right? So it will basically shut down or open in order to control the amount of light that is entering the eye. So that is
So
also doing
important
that
for
function.
cornea to be wet always.
It is important for cornea to be wet so that if dust particles, pathogens are falling into the eye, it is washed away from the eye, right? No? So thereby there is a lacrimal fluid that is always there on the
Yes, sir.
cornea. So due to the presence of lacrimal fluid, the cornea is always wet, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now let's understand the working of the eye in detail. So when you look at an object, so then what do you see? That the light rays coming from the object will be entering into the eye, will entering the eye. First of all, it will enter via the pupil,
Yes, sir.
getting it now, and then fall on the eye lens. And eye
Yes,
lens, as we have discussed, it's a convex lens. So thereby it converges. Convex
yes,
lens converges. Remember that convex lens converges. So it will converge the light rays and it will be focused onto the retina. And in
yes,
this retina, it will be producing a real and inverted image.
yes, sir.
Remember, this is very important. So the nature of the image form on retina is
Real
real
and
and inverted. Why is it real? Because it has been obtained on a screen,
yes, sir.
right? But is it can it be interpreted right now? No.
No,
So
sir.
thereby it goes to the brain. And the retina has got millions of light sensitive cells which are sensitive to light.
Yes,
So
sir.
when the image of the object falls on the retina, then the light sensitive cells will be generating the electrical signals.
Yes,
And
sir.
these will be sent to the brain via the help of the optic nerves, as we know.
Yes,
And
sir.
brain will interpret the image as an erect object. Getting it now, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what is the function of the iris and the pupil?
Sir,
Function of iris?
the pupil allows the light to enter the eyes,
Hmm.
and iris stimulates the contracting and the relaxing of the pupil.
Correct. All right. Now, also, if I were to give you a diagrammatic representation of iris and pupil, it will somewhat now look like this. Just 1 minute. If someone is not getting like what we are talking about, Ahmed, have you got your date sheet of the exam?
Yes, sir. 21st.
Okay, your exam is also for from 21st. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So look at the black spot here. The black spot
Yes.
is
Pupil.
what? Pupil. So that black spot is pupil. And which part is giving color to the eye? This is the
Iris.
iris. Right now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so through which part light is entering into the eye?
Pupil.
Pupil. And notice here the size of the pupil is small.
Yes,
So
sir.
the person must be sitting inside a or must be in a
Bright
bright
room.
bright room.
Yes,
Why
sir.
it is short in bright room?
Sir, because less amount of light should enter the eye, because
Hmm.
a large amount of light can rupture the retina
Hmm. Hmm.
and the lenses.
Hmm. Right now, very good. Also, it should be noted a very important thing that the adjustment of the size of the pupil will take some time.
Yes,
It's
sir.
not like it will happen in just a fraction of time. For example, when you go from a bright light to a dark cinema hall, for example, at first we cannot see the surroundings very clearly.
Yes, sir.
For example, someone is there in the open sunlight and he immediately goes into a dark.
Yes,
You
sir.
might have seen everything becomes dim for a while.
Yes, sir.
आपने ऑब्जर्व किया होगा, right now, but after a short while the pupil of our eye expands and becomes larger. So hereby more light will be entering into the eye and we can see clearly it. Getting
Yes,
it
sir.
now, guys? So that is the thing. Then talking about the retina will be having some special cells in it, which are the rod and the cone cells.
Yes, sir.
So these are the cells that are sensitive to light, right? So light sensitive cells are of two types in the retina. One is the rod cells and another one is the cone cells.
Yes, sir.
Rod cells and the cone cells. Here you can see in the image. Now, by looking at the diagram, you guys can at least tell me that which cells are sensitive to colorful lights. Mhm. Colorful lights are which cells are color
Rods.
sensitive to colorful? That is
Rods.
not rods.
Cones.
See, Moaz, Ahmed, Arham, if you were to look at the given diagram here, there are colors like green, red, and blue, right? And these cells are indicated here as cone cells. Rod cells are gray shown as grayish color in here. So the thing about the rod cells are now they become activated in dim light.
Yes, sir.
They are activated to dim light right now. So they are sensitive to dim light. And
Yes, sir.
why you are able to have some amount of vision in the night or in the dim light, it is because of the rods. They are acting there. Getting it now?
Yes, sir.
But however, they will not be providing you with any information about the color of the object,
Yes, sir.
right? So thereby during night, for example, if there's a dim in night, the light is very dim. So are you able to distinguish between the color of the objects very properly? क्या आप distinguish कर पाते हो?
No,
During
sir.
night, you are not able to distinguish.
Yes,
Ahmed,
sir.
getting it now? Was okay. Then you have the cone
Yes, sir.
cells. And why they are called as cone cells? Because they are simply in a cone shape. Cone के shape के हैं,
Yes, sir.
right now. And these are sensitive to bright lights, right now. These are
Yes, sir.
sensitive to bright light. And also it is by the help of the cone cells that we have sensation of the color of different objects, right? Okay,
Yes,
but
sir.
the thing about the cone cells is now they will not be functioning in dim light, right now.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
They're sensitive to
so,
them.
so they are not sensitive to dim light. Getting it now?
Yes, sir.
They are only sensitive to the colorful
Right.
lights and the bright lights. Good. Okay. And then there is another thing called as blind spot. There is another thing called as blind spot.
These are the
First of
spots
all,
where there are no rods, cones, senses, and we can't see anything.
exactly, exactly. That is one thing. Also, also it is a small area of the retina now, which is insensitive to the light. And it
Yes,
is
sir.
also in this first image you can see that this is where the blind spot is, and this is the same place from where the optic nerve is leaving the eye.
Yes, sir.
Isn't it, Moaz, Arham, Ahmed?
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what happens at the junction where the optic nerve and the retina is meeting? यानी कि this point here, where the retina, this is the retina,
Yes, sir.
and that is the optic nerve. So at the junction of the two, what happens? Like this lacks in rod and cone cells. So there is no rod or cone cells. So if there are no cells now, so thereby the light will not be mm, catched. Getting it? So when an image of an object is formed at the blind spot, it cannot be seen by the eye.
Yes, sir.
So blind spot is not sensitive to light because there are no sensitive cells. There are no light sensitive cells in this part of the of this one. Getting it now? And the
Yes,
Yes.
existence of blind spot can be studied also. For example, I will take just 2 minutes. So let's say you take a piece of paper, you draw a plus sign, you draw a dot here,
yes, sir. Yeah.
right? Okay, let's do it together. So suppose you are looking at this screen right now. Now, what you can do first, when you take a look at this screen now, make sure that right now here in this screen it is not very much. Usually they should be, for example, 7 centimeter apart from each other, but on
Yes, sir.
screen it is not accurate. But you can do it on a piece of paper, right?
Yes, sir.
What you can do, you can hold it at your arm's length. Suppose if you're attending the class from your smartphone, what you can do, you can hold your smartphone at a length of your arm from your
Yes,
eyes, like this. Okay, now
yes,
close your left eye and look at the cross on the paper.
yes,
If
sir.
you want, you can do it in the class as well. Close your left eye and look at the cross on the paper with your right eye.
Yes, sir.
Close your left eye and look at the cross on this paper from your right eye.
Yes,
Right
sir.
now, hmm. You will be seeing the black dot. You'll also seeing the black
It
dot
disappears.
right now. Now, as you bring the sheet, bring your smartphone, or if you draw it on a sheet of paper towards your eye slowly. So at a certain distance, what you will observe that the dot will be disappearing. Was you getting at what we have done here, Ahmed, Arham?
Yes, sir.
So you
Yes,
took a
sir.
sheet of paper